Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Smart Poker YouTube channel. Another episode of Sundazed and Confused, number 67. We titled it Autos Underway because that's what you'll see on your screen there. I see it's 12 o'clock on a Sunday and the regular crowd shuffles in, right, babe?
This week the Joker to light up some smoke.
But there's someplace they'd rather be. There's Art Man, Weed Nerd, Hoss Farms, Rowdy, Sky Overhead. Cheers, everybody. Roger, what did I say? Let's get over here to get the link. Hope everybody's having a nice Sunday. It's a bit rainy here.
It's a bit smoky in here too. Smoky. We tried out the mimosa.
Oh, it's crazy.
Today. It's like, even though it still needs like one more day of the 8 and 8, or the
4 and 4,
4 and 4, which is the 8-day total time, 4-day dry, 4-day cure, and it's ready to go in jars. But we wanted to try it just a day early. We were like, why not? Why not? So yeah, it's.
And I got high off of it. It was a little rough, but I got high off of it.
But oh boy, I'm excited about that smoke.
There's the link if anybody wants to jump on. And yes, Rowdy 420, those are our spring auto flower challenges. The one on the left there, the two on the left, I should say, are the Sticky Dickies. And the two on the right, is that how I have them lined up? I think I want front and back, huh? Did I get front and back?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm gonna go look. I'll be right back.
Let's see if I can just guess.
Let them in.
I'm going to guess. I'm going to admit. Just give me 1 second. I'm coming right now to admit. We have Iceni and Artman joining us. That's awesome. But I think that they are on the left. The Sticky Dicky on the left. Ha, I was right. Cool.
Sticky Dicky on the left.
Crystal Pinkman, yeah.
Batman's over there checking out the substrate on Crystal Pinkman. And yeah, they're going good. We had them for got them wet on 420. On 428, we tossed them into those. At 428, on 428, so it was 8 days after they got wet. We took them and put them in there. And I tell you what, they last 2 days, they've grown a little bit. They're really going to take off in these pots here. I'm excited. But yeah, did you say
we are excited. I said hi to Iceni and Artman.
Cheers, guys.
How's it going?
Good.
How are we doing today?
Oh,
I see Batman. Awesome. Batman's guarding the girls, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. That's a secret weapon. It is Batman that is growing this challenge for us. Because size matters.
Right.
You're in.
We're in it, man.
We're in it.
Oh, fuck.
Iceni, how's it going, buddy?
All right. Good. It's been a nice day here. Sun's out, which makes me feel good whenever the sun's out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to see some activity going on in your garden today. I'm excited.
Yeah, I've got everything prepped and ready to go. I'll start putting stuff together whenever you're ready. I don't want to take any time away from anybody. I know I said 10 minutes, but you know what a stone is 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, you know me, Iceni. I'm going to have 30 questions while you're doing it, and I feel bad already about it but I think what we should do is wait a little bit. If
more people can join in, if we wait like another 5-10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
That way, maybe more people can see what's going on, and then you don't have to repeat. Although you may have to do that anyway. But yeah, we're here till 2, and if we have to, we can go over a little bit.
Let's see. I wanted to see. Let's get Artman on the focus here. We got to check these plants out.
All right.
Oh yeah, they're looking
good. And you noticed
they're doing much better.
You noticed something in your leaves the other day. Did you figure it out?
Not especially. It's well, let me see. Hang on. Maybe somebody can check and put me in. The leaves are got a little
like
tightened on the edge, you know? Yeah.
That once looked like it was a little bit wrinkled the other day. And I'm like you, I always wonder what causes those little anomalies. And most people tell you No big deal. But to me, it looked like if I would have been my plant you sent the other day, I was thinking it almost looked like it's been overlit a little bit, or that the humidity went out of whack for a little bit. But
Now, the humidity wasn't bad, but I did turn down the light a little. You were right on that. It was a little bit. It was a little high. So, but
cool.
the color's looking really good. Got a little wind burn. I see that.
Oh no, they look great. Man.
Yep.
They are
Filling
looking-
in good. Amy on the right, and
Dude, they're
Yeah.
both the same height.
And
Yep.
those are the Amy Aces and
Nurk.
the
New England rock candy.
yeah.
Yeah, the Amy is on the right, but the New England rock candy, like I told you before, it's about a week and a half older, so filled in. But I think it's a little more dense of a plant anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I mean, yeah.
Now, what
And
about
that's-
those two little ones there on the side? I don't know if we.
Those are Flow OG clones. They're both
Okay.
doing great. I never have trouble with that. I'm going to call one of them, and I think I'm going to drop another Harlequin, so I never run out of that stuff.
Oh yeah, you said that's been a big help for you lately, and your wife too.
It killed a migraine last week, dude.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember that.
That is
That's
very
impressive.
impressive to me.
Hell
It
yeah, me
is.
too.
And this is
And
rainbow butter.
That's the rainbow butter. Hell yeah.
It is.
I love that plant.
Oh, get my finger out of there, damn it.
It looks really healthy and thriving.
Beautiful.
Not too bad. I noticed a couple of little burns on the leaf tips, but not much. Very light. So
How
I
many
did let the
people-
res drop a little.
Okay.
Seems that's my problem, but it does look really nice. So OC grower, thank you very much.
Hey, I wanted to ask you how many days are you in the flower here?
I've got about 3.5 weeks left. Now that was a 56 days, so I'm figuring 56 to 60,
Yeah,
Oh.
you're right.
but so about 3.5 weeks left. Hopefully she'll fill out really good.
Hell yeah. I have a good feeling about that.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, I just wanted to say
That's-
hi to the LED grower. He has joined us too. I didn't want to leave him hanging.
You're cool.
We'll be getting around to everybody, but yeah,
Nice to see you, buddy.
nice to see everyone.
There we go. Yeah, nice to see you, LDG.
Plants are doing great.
Yeah, move this in here.
Too.
Prettier.
South Nelson Farms and G-Bay both in the chat there. Them guys got a great show over at Caribou Heart, man.
Go.
I'll tell everybody
Go.
check them out. What's up?
Oh, those are beautiful.
Definitely check them guys out. You know, they can post their link there. I'm sure most of our viewers already subscribe to Caribou Heart, but if not, I'm say check it out, man.
Yeah, I got a link. I've got so many links in my
There it is.
folder. I try to share, but if you're listening, please share your links that you feel passionate about or shows that you want everybody to check out. I greatly appreciate it.
I can't wait till you fill that space up, Art.
I don't know. This one isn't going to do it. She isn't going to fill it up.
No.
Now, it's going to stay pretty much where it is. It's not going to stretch out anymore. Really, it's
no.
committed, but I didn't like the other harvest I've had. I filled the whole damn thing up.
The last round we were busting out over the edges. Now this one, that's all. It looks lonely, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my press doesn't appreciate it either, though.
Yeah, well, hopefully that one will give you a lot to press on. It looks like it's
No doubt.
down in there too, man. That's nice work there. That rainbow butter, huh? That's a new strain for you too. That's exciting.
It is. I've got a bunch of strains now. I did the Harlequin, I did the rainbow butter, did the Amy's, did the Nurk. So I'm gonna have a few jars.
Right on.
Yeah.
And I did the Velvet Punch too. So, but as soon as I can, I'm gonna fill that up with the Flow OG again. Though that thing
Yes.
just fills the whole thing up. It just packs it in. So, and I like that.
It's nice. Yeah, who doesn't? We like it's nice to get those hefty ones in there to get a stockpile on
That's
your,
exactly right. You got it.
yeah, it's nice to have that stockpile bigger plant to add heft to your stash.
It's tough to look in your can every day and see light hitting the floor that could be used for another plant. And I always think like, what the hell was I thinking? You know, I should have had this ready, but
Hey, things happen. Life happens.
Yeah.
and you don't even. You don't
Life
have-
happens. Amen.
you know what's nice is having different size lights to be able to swap them out. I like to be able to start out with the 100 watt, move to watt or Medic Grove, dim down to 300 watts, or the Photon Tech with just a couple bars on it, you know?
Yeah,
That's
Right.
all.
that'll be my chore later on. I'm getting I have one tent is what you see on the screen, and the other tent is filled with a bunch of carcasses. I got so much work. You know, there's cocoa all through the bottom, so I got to shop back, take everything out, shop back,
We got a lot
wipe
of
down the
work.
walls, the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. I feel like the maid
Yeah.
coming in after, a big party. Now I got to clean up and,
It's amazing how fast it gets dirty when you're harvesting and you're dropping
Oh,
stuff and knocking pots over. But all right.
we'd like to welcome the American one. He's joined us too. Hello, American one. Nice to
Cheers,
see you.
pal.
Hey,
Cheers,
Crispy, Smile, Iceni, Altman, and the LED Grower. How's everybody doing? Everyone in chat? Yo, Altman, I was glad to hear that at least that Rock Candy was a week older or something, a few days older.
Yeah, about a week and a half or so, maybe two.
It's looking a lot more chunkier, beefier than my little Amy there. I hope she catches up.
Oh, she's already got it up height wise, so she fills
Right.
in. But she's a little different strain, so you never know.
Yep. And I know Kyle ain't gonna send out any beans that aren't any good. So yeah, you're gonna have a nice little crop there, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm going to let them grow a little bit because
Mhm.
as soon as I get them taller, I'll move them in. But I'm going to let them get taller, probably more than most people do.
Good,
Well,
good.
those two will fill up your space, your flower square there, won't they? Is that your
Oh,
plan?
they could. They just may. Yeah, that is my plan.
Yeah, if you let them
Fill
get
it up.
bigger.
I'm not even putting flow in this time, so to flower, it's going to miss a flower. So I'm going to concentrate on these two.
That's nice.
Hopefully.
Thing about the DWC, man, is you get them up and going quick and quick to flip, short veg, quick flip, and keep them rolling through there, man. It's one of the advantages I really like.
And I'm also switching over to Brian 420's Jack's. He has a Jack's 3-2, he calls it, a mix recipe.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'll try that a little bit.
I can't wait to see. I really trust that Brian 420. He seems to have a great grasp of the chemistry there and some of the shit going on. And
Way above me.
I like the fact that
Great grower.
one thing he does is he shares a lot of that knowledge with everybody else. I really dig that. And I know his garden looks great. So if he's using that, I've been seeing his garden. You guys saw it last week, 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely.
Now, the only thing I wonder is you guys have similar starting water.
I don't know. I'm assuming he was using RO, honestly, but I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
Because they sell like a hard water version or something, I think, or a tap water version and different. Am I wrong? Don't they do that?
Yeah, they do actually. I got the 321 before I realized there was an RO version, so I got the 321. So I'm
Okay.
using that. I believe he's using 321 and modifying it.
Gotcha. So that's where that comes in. Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's going to get a treat today. We're going to get to see the Iceni here mix up some of his soils after a harvest. And I was hoping to let a few people matriculate into the chat there before we get into it because they have some questions. So maybe a couple more minutes here, we'll jump into that. While we're doing that, maybe we can do a quick run over his garden and over LED's garden. How's that sound?
That sounds good. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's let LED go first, if you don't mind, Iceni. That way, when we come to your screen,
Then we'll give you the time that allotted
you can
that
have
you need.
you'll have the screen for a while. What's happening, LED,
Your
man?
plants look absolutely gorgeous as
I'm
always.
good. How you doing?
Good,
Oh,
man.
awesome.
Looking good.
That color is magnifico.
Yeah, I'm flipping them tonight. They'll be flipping flower tonight.
Cool.
Nice.
They're
I've
ready.
just been keeping them wide out to keep the runaways down.
Yep. Oh, they look trained well, man. They're catching all that light. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did a little training. Yeah.
What are you smoking on today, LED? You got anything in the rolled up?
Actually, I'm smoking on some Dosido today.
Oh, I
Oh,
like those.
I like me some do-si-do too. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Let me show you the autos.
What do we got? Dosey Dose cross with Mendo Breath. Which one's that?
Oh,
That's what we got
is-
right now.
Oh,
I'm
which
sorry.
one is that? That's peanut butter breath.
Peanut butter breath. Okay.
It's do-si-do times with Mendo breath is peanut butter breath.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
it is. Yeah, it sure is.
Your autos are going, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they looking good.
They look
They
a lot
are looking
happier in
good.
this tent than they did before.
It looks
Yeah.
great.
They are.
Heck yeah. Now, what are the strains on these ones again? You're gonna have
These
some.
are these are Dose-A-Dos as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No wonder you ran them again. You appreciated the smoke you're smoking, I presume.
Yeah, but when I did the order, I ordered a 10-pack of the Dose-A-Dos. So that's why I end up running the 2 batches of it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, man, they look really, really good. And the Dosey
Yeah, I like this. I like this the way I did this better than the last ones I grew the last grow. So I like this one a lot better. I was able to keep control of them and keep them low and wide.
Yeah.
Keep them kind of bushy. So yeah.
it's cool to watch how they form after that. That's great. Yeah, those ones look
Yeah.
healthy too. You know what's crazy, LED? We have a shitty screen or something because everybody's plants look real yellow on my screen. I have to go over to my computer and look, and I'm like, wow. Even ours, when I looked at them on the screen, I was like, they look absolutely horrible until I go over to the other one.
Yeah.
It's
And here are the granddaddy perps.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's your spring
Oh,
auto flower
yeah.
challenge.
I like
Yeah.
that strain. The granddaddy perps, man. Those plants get massive.
It's a good
Yeah, they
smoke.
do.
Good
Yeah.
smoke.
And this one here is the last of the autos here. And this one right here, it's kind of hard to see, but you can tell that she is turning purple.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
can
she
see it.
she is purple all the way down.
She's nice. I love that color.
If I
Yeah.
remember correctly, that one was shoved in the corner for a while. Was
Yeah,
getting-
it done got it's getting so heavy, it done kind of broke down on them. I thought I had them stiffen up and enough, but it's starting to lean over. I need to prop it up so it can finish. It probably still got about another week and a half to go.
need some support there. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
good,
get her
though.
propped up here in a minute. Yeah, that's what I got going on so far.
Welcome,
What?
Scrubs, and welcome Rowdy 420 to the show.
I just want to say I like what
What's
you
he
got
doing?
going on.
I appreciate it. I think my next drop after I get some of these up out of the way. I got me some purple Urkel. I got me some UK cheese,
Ooh.
and I got something else in. I think I'm gonna drop me a 4-pack of the purple Urkel when I get a chance, when I get some more room here.
I seen he approves of the UK cheese.
That's what I want to do. I never had a cheese strain yet, so I haven't made up my mind yet. Both
Where
of them
did
I
you get-
want to try some.
Where'd
I
you
got to
get
get some of these
seeds?
up out of the way before I drop any more.
Where'd you get the seeds that are the UK cheese?
Actually, technically, to be honest, I got them off Strange Supermarket. That's where I get all my beans from.
Okay.
And I got those by luck because I didn't order them. I did another batch. I got those when I did the Dose-A-Do order. So they was actually given to me for the free packs. That was my free
Okay.
pack of beans that they gave.
Very cool.
Right on. All right.
I love cheese. Cheese is great. That's a great flavor.
Yes. I love
Yeah.
cheese. Ever since they brought up that UK cheese thing, that was our buddy Professor used to grow that UK cheese. Tell me all about it. And I used to think, oh shit, I really want it.
Yeah.
We got all kind of stuff on the screen. There's the American one, and Rowdy got one here. Cal was here first, so we'll do.
Well, do you want to we
we want to go? We got to go.
We have like 44 people in the chat. Do you want to hit? I'm
gonna do like always. I'm gonna be off in chat so other people can come on. I know it's probably some more others want to come on and make some room, so I just be in chat.
Yeah, I just want to go
No,
quick. This is all I have to show is this one little spot. So
Yeah,
Here's
that's
my-
fine. This is our everyone's show.
Yeah,
so
take your
we can-
time, man. Go
We
it.
can go through however you guys want to do it, but we can have many people here at one time, and
Yeah,
that
you're
doesn't
welcome.
matter.
You can
You're
hang
welcome
out,
to stay.
LED.
It doesn't make, and more people can come in. It's not like there's a set limit. Our limit is 50.
You might have a
50
question
people.
for Sini or somebody else. It's hard to ask that from the chat sometimes. So everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking good. Looking good, Chow.
Oh,
Looking good,
yeah.
man.
All right, so you see this
What you
thin leaf
got?
one? This thin leaf one is that Ronberry I keep talking about that gets me stupid. And then all the rest of the plants in here are the Time Wreck by Blueberry. And you can't really tell, but so there's 2 plants in this container. Here's one, and then there's a shorty right down here if I can.
Okay.
Boy, you
Yeah.
got a big old full tent there.
Well, I don't know. I can see the ground right there.
Oh,
But these I'm just checking these Time Wreck by Blueberries and stuff. So I'm not, it really wasn't a super yield run, but
Right.
I have 3 of the females in here cloned that I think the one's going to be the winner. Time Wreck by Blueberry, and even that one has 3 plants in it, but you can, you can't really see which one's which. But I'll just let you know that I have 3 plants in one container there, 2 in this one, and 2 in this one, and this is just the Ronberry straight up.
Now I have a question, Kyle, for you. This
Right.
really begs a question. I've always learned and heard coming up through this whole hobby of ours is that you never plant two. Now I know you said you're looking for different things here other than, but did you notice one plant choking out the other one sort of, and one always being better? Because it looks like in the back that might have not been so there.
Right. Well, those 3 are kind of even, but yeah, this one here, you know what? Actually, I'll even move this one out of the way a little, and you can see what a difference in these 2. But the reason I did it is because last time when I had too many, and yeah, I got the HPS, so I got to here we go. So you can see this one right here, right? The one on the left is much bigger than the one that starts there and comes up.
Yeah.
But I have that one facing the light, and if I did some work, I could have trained the bigger one down a little and spread it
Yes.
No, I could have just moved it over like that, but I don't know if I'm showing you. Yeah, I could have just moved it, And
How many plants you got, Tal? How many you got? Chat wants to know how many you got there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 in here right now.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Sorry.
But
Awesome.
the last time I ran the Time Wreck by Blueberry, when I did the germ test, and I had a whole bunch of them. I put more than one in each container, and it filled the space quicker. And yeah, they got a little bit pushed. The smaller ones got a little bit pushed out, but you can make it work. And I think that it might help with the roots and everything. So I'm probably going to continue to put 2 or 3 in each container, depending on how big they are in veg and how much I want to fill and how quickly.
I understand.
So, yeah.
That was one of my questions, was going to be well, I guess just a thought was, I wonder how many gallons per plant is acceptable before you can add another one. Because if you have a big square bed, you can grow multiple plants in there. But,
right.
In a 5-gallon pot, I think if you put 2 plants in there, one's always going to be bigger than the other. And I've just wondered, it sounds legit. I never tried it,
10. I'll go for 10 gallons of plant. I'll happily grow three plants in a 30-gallon pot. No issue.
Okay.
Yeah, these are 10-gallon containers in here, and yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh man, he hit
the wrong button.
He hit the wrong button.
I hope that the American does come back. That sucks. I do that shit all the time. I'm always hitting the wrong button. Thank you.
Something else he was going to show us too. Rowdy, you want to jump on and go while we're waiting? Hey, I see you. Are we still cool? Do you have a couple minutes?
Do you have time to hang out?
Yeah, I've got forever.
Awesome. Awesome.
Because I want the most viewers usually come around the first hour there. So if you want to be here,
Pretty much
that's our
hot point.
We'll smoke some hot with the old art man under the glass today too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show you my spring autoflower seedlings, Smart.
Oh yeah.
Yours are a lot further along. Yours are kicking ass compared. But this one here, look at this one. This one's deformed.
It looks a little mango.
What's that?
And it's collodion dyed or whatever on that one side.
The cotyledon.
Yeah.
And the cotyledon. So I think it's genetically like mutated. It's all. It looks like it.
I
It looks
had those.
strange.
This
before.
one's. They're both.
Did it
It's
have-
Durban Sunrise by 2020 Mendocino, and the third one never germinated.
Did it have the shell stuck on it, that one, and you pulled it off?
I can't remember. It might have, and that might be why the cotyledon died.
Yeah, I find that normally the case is when you try to remove that helmet. I normally just leave it in a high humidity and just spray it, and that'll eventually fall off.
So
Rather
I'm
than
glad I
pulling them off.
germinated or tried to do 3 because I wanted to keep the
Little
best.
natural pots, man.
I do too.
Those little pots are badass. So you can just, what do? Rip the bottom off of those or just plant them straight? Plant 'em?
Nothing. You just
Oh,
plant it
okay.
straight in. The bottom is like a little bit finer.
Low
I don't
cocoa.
know if you can see it.
Yeah.
It's a finer wheat or more porous mesh on the bottom. The sides are more dense.
Roots will go right through that. No problem.
So- Roots will go through the sides, but it also like has good drainage because the bottom's more porous. So roots can go right through that. So yeah, you just plant the whole pot. When you up pot, you just plant the whole thing.
I only have
And
one thing that I think that I would do if that was mine, and that would be get them up out of that water. I feel like if that was mine, I'd have them on something. You see ours is on a little white mesh mat. I'll make sure I let them drip off real good before I put them back in there. I feel like sometimes when they're sitting in that much water for a long time, in those kind of humidity environments, it can really make a poor root environment sometimes, man. It's different if it's continual water over the top versus
I actually had it about that full right before I came live.
oh,
And I just dumped it
wow.
out. I just had it that full for like 15 minutes to water them. And I
Okay.
just dumped the water off. So it's still kind of draining.
So you're
Yeah,
bottom
I need to-
feeding.
I need just this time. The
Gotcha.
other times I've been top feeding. But I wanted to do it that way this time. So
Right.
that's why they're kind of drenched looking, and that's why
Right.
water drained out of it when I lifted it up. Because I was just kind of saturating them.
Knowing you, Rowdy, they'll be big as can be and blowing the sides of that tent out before too long. What else is going on there?
Yeah, he'll be like, what
Um,
do we do with these?
yeah.
They're jamming into the light. What do I do?
I can't see through it. Hey, the American one's back. Sorry, buddy. I just wanted to tell him welcome back. You must hit the wrong button. dude.
No, I wanted to say sorry. My iPad died, and yeah,
Oh.
I was finishing up anyway. I just wanted to point out, like, yeah, that Ronberry plant, that one needs its own container. You know, like, yeah, I couldn't. Certain plants you can't try putting 2 in 1, but certain ones I think work out well. And while I'm here, you guys know what egg crate is?
Egg
They-
crate?
They call it egg crate. They put it in.
Yeah, it's like goes on beds and shit. It's
No, or in the ceiling, in drop ceilings.
Oh,
Egg
Yeah, let
crate.
me show you. This is what wait, where is the camera? There we go. It's the white
oh,
I'm coming.
that's so cool.
Oh, it's
you
like a
see
little.
that? Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
I've
what I
seen
do.
that.
So that the water won't sit, they won't sit in the water. There's at least quarter inch, half inch that you don't have to worry about.
That's
So
pretty
I just wanted to
awesome.
show that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Like you could put something like that underneath of yours, Rowdy. Just
That's
to,
yeah, that's what I was pointing it out for. And you could just,
Yeah.
break it into the whatever size you need it.
that's awesome.
I've never seen that before. That kind of a grid. That goes like where the lights are.
That
Yeah,
in,
up
like,
in the-
office building, light.
Yep.
uh,
In
Yep.
drop ceiling, so that
Yep.
sometimes it's for a free return, they call it, because the air gets sucked up in there. And
Yep.
they even put it in lights sometimes. So yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
diffuse light, like Dan said.
Could be hot pot.
Yeah, it's diffuse light. And it's cool when you can take things like that and repurpose them in the grow room.
Yeah.
Like when I can
Absolutely.
repurpose things in the grow room, it's so cool. Like those sticks for flossing teeth that I will always use those if seedlings ever need props. That's
Oh
what
God.
The little reachers.
I love that idea.
That sounds like Art Man.
Yeah, that was mine.
Hey, Rowdy, what
Well,
was
you
the- I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you guys are using plastic canvas, so you know what the heck.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
What is
Use-
it, Smart?
you's about to go into that other tent, and what's going on there? What's these two?
Oh, this is my Black Lime Reserve clone. I just chopped it back. Oops, my fingers in the way. I just chopped it way back.
Oh, I see you there. Yeah, it is chopped. Okay.
Yeah, I just did that yesterday, so it looks really sick.
Now, we made a visit
it a
to
few
this
days.
tent. We visited this
Yeah.
tent a while back when it was massively overgrown, wasn't it? Looks like it's
Yeah.
there.
Look how beautiful. That thing is full, chock full of buds so deep. Those are nice stackers.
That's thick.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have a hell of a harvest. Nice harvest, bud.
Oh yeah.
That's why
Looking
I-
good too.
Yeah, man. You got a lot of yo-yos happening in there, huh?
Yeah, I set them up puppy style.
Hey, what's the lineage again?
In flower is the GMO times root beer. And then the very back one is the Professor Berry.
Ah, our friend Professor. We were talking about him earlier. He grows the UK
UK
cheese
cheese.
a lot. Yeah. Really got
That's
me
what
on
it
board.
is. That's what the Professor Berry is. It's his UK cheese that
Nice.
he found a good pheno of it or whatever. And he started passing his cut around.
See, person one's here with us. I might have forgot to say hello.
Yeah,
buddy.
we don't want to forget
Can't
anybody. if
forget
you're
that.
coming.
Nope. He's
I
always,
just wanted to show my seedlings mostly smart and just
Oh,
see
you're
if you had
cool.
any pointers.
I just wanted to
Because yours are growing so fast and you're just gonna have probably the biggest sticky dicky of them all.
this.
I got a journal over at Cocoa for Cannabis on this grow with Smot, but this is all Smot's hard work pretty much. He's been
See, I
on
got my fan. I got my
did?
fan wiggle on my seedling. I do that.
That's a lot of airflow for a little one. That's something that might be wind burnt.
It's just intermittent.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's burning too crazy.
And I'm keeping this tent at like
close.
70%. It's got the door open, but I'm keeping it up there.
I don't even have
Doors
it
open.
on yet. You know
But
why I don't
it's-
go in? As soon as I take the lid off of my dome, the whole room tanks and humidity and shit and everything. So I got to come up with I really
We
hate.
got to get in the closet and dig out the humidifier.
I just
and
hate-
it's such a pain in the butt because it's under a bunch of boxes.
It
of
ain't even
shoes.
that. I just hate conditioning. The 12 by 15 room for 4 little tiny plants. That's a lot. It gets expensive quick. So the longer I can wait to start bringing them out into the not good environment it's going to be once I take the dome off. But I don't have wind flow, and it's probably going to bite me a little bit here. But thanks, Rowdy. Ours are doing good at the moment. So I got to talk shit when I can. I saw Doc MJ earlier, said hello.
Yeah, yours are kicking ass.
He's growing some autos from them. I don't think his sticky dicky germinated. So I was left growing sticky dicky in a different strain, but I'm still gonna like I was telling him and everybody else, and while things are going good is when I get to talk shit, right?
Oh.
Hopefully we don't have any hiccups, but I'll eat pro later, but I'm talking shit now, bro.
Yeah,
It's
you go
fun.
ahead while you can. You go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm almost used to the flavor by now. It doesn't bother me.
It'll be fun to watch him go. It's been pretty wild, man, watching a lot of the autos being grown still to this day, running to the final pot, man.
Yo, don't be a front runner, Smart. It might be a marathon.
Yeah, I know. It might be. That's it too. Someone can come out in the end, and you know how that goes.
Exactly.
It's not a baton race, it's pick one and go with it, dude. So
Yeah.
we're only keeping 2 of
keeping
those.
2.
Well, you're leading the pack, it seems like so far.
Oh, no, I seen a couple of my.
Oh yeah, I've seen some. Just go over and check out some of those journals. There's some plants that are looking really
Yeah.
stiff competition. Size matters, folks. Go
Sticky
check
dicky.
out the sizes.
And I want to say, we tried the smokes, or we tried the buds that we harvested from the homegrown cannabis company. We grew their apple fritter, their mimosa. Both are in the Canatrol. We tried the mimosa this morning, and I'm loving it. It was so frosty, nice coming down. Tastes good, got us high. I know it's got a long ways to go, but it's there, man. You can taste that undertone. And their germ rates are great. And I just want to tell everybody to go check them out. There's a link below, and we have the code SMART if you decide to get any. Keep your eyes out. They do a lot of sales and different things that some of the sales you can't combine our codes with, but that's all right. It's good to get whatever the best deal is for the grower there. Well, they got great seeds. I hope people try them out because I'm liking them.
Yeah,
And they're in
I am
America too. They got quick 3-day shipping, guaranteed germ rates. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up the link in chat. Yeah, I recommend the mimosa for sure. We haven't tried the apple fritter yet, and when we get to give that a review, but exactly like Smart said, their germination rates are awesome.
We got 8 for 8,
We got-
4 for 4.
Yeah, although when we had our 8 for 8, I do want to say that one did fizzle out. It came up, it broke surface, and then I don't know what happened.
It kind of like it started.
Or
No, it started to circle, like wrap around itself or something. It just grew all funky. Remember?
yeah, that
Like the topper couldn't go
yeah.
straight down, and then someone was like, "Well, you oriented it wrong." But I still consider that it popped. I think it could have been different things, but even 7 for 8, I would never be
Oh.
upset.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that seems like they really have good germ rates. A couple of people didn't get any, got a couple duds. So I don't know.
Well, it's gonna happen.
You have to follow their germination methods,
Right.
But we've been doing good with ours, and it's pretty freaking simple. Scuff them, soak them, put them in there, regardless of what they're doing, showing, floating, sinking. It don't matter. We just scuff them, drop them in water, and within 24 hours, we put them in the pots, the little Jiffy pellets or the solo cups, and we let them go. That's what we did last time too.
That's what we did this time. And you know what? I told Smart, he just laughs. I was like, there's one that didn't sing. He's like, it doesn't matter. It'll
Yeah.
charm. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And it did.
There they are. It doesn't matter. I've never seen it. I've had some that were sunk and cracked, and I've had some floating that never sunk that had a big tap root out, and the whole thing was riding on top of the water. It's like looks like one of those skeeters on a lake if you're from around here. It's just floating around and it's cracked open, man.
Yeah, float tech. A lot of people,
there you
they
go.
call that float tech. Just put them on top.
That's how I
and
germinated mine with float check.
there you go. You could just leave them on top because they get both water and air. And yeah, a lot of times they'll just germ floating like that.
In fact, the one that didn't germinate is the one that sank right away.
I've heard people say that, the sinkers are the better ones, the floaters are the better ones. I've heard all that different stuff, and I think I've seen pretty much both.
You can drown the seed. You can drown the seed, especially if you're using reverse osmosis distilled water, because there's not the necessary minerals to slow down the osmosis process. If it's too quick, you can drown the seed. It's got to go through there's about 3 stages during the germination, and one of those stages is sorry, the seeds actually go through a DNA repair processes through a nitrate. It's a whole sort of weird activation processes, but yeah, you can overdo it with drowning them. I don't soak seeds. I just throw them straight in the dirt.
Right. No, yeah, a lot of people have said that. You're right. And we always say, as soon as you see that embryonic root come out, man, it's got to get aerobic respiration. So that's some of it needs some air. That's why people use paper towels, because you still get a little bit of air in your paper towels with the moisture being held and that whole deal. But yeah, it's quick, easy to drown. I mean, there's another end of that spectrum. too. I see. A lot of people like to add H2O2 to their water because it gives that extra oxygen molecule, keeps them from quote unquote drowning so easily in water. But that's a fine line between scorching that embryonic root and adding extra oxygen. So I've never added anything to our water. We just use straight tap water. And sometimes there's been times we soak them for 12 hours and that's all they got. But yeah, you're right. It's easy to drown them, man.
Yeah,
That's kind of the idea behind float tech is it floats and can still have oxygen.
Right.
yeah, when you think about it, in spring, there's some days it rains shit all day long, 10 hours, and I guess it is getting aerated as the rain drops, but the seeds are wet. I think they're all right for like 12 to 24 hours underwater, no more than that though. That's when you really start getting dangerous. But I don't think you like that Dr. James White with the rhizophagy cycle thing where
Yeah.
there's beneficial bacteria. If you know where you're getting your seeds, like they should have beneficials actually on the seed that you wouldn't want to kill. But most of the hydrogen peroxide washes don't kill off everything that's in the seed anyway. So yeah, because I forget who I was just talking to. They were talking about hydrogen peroxide, and it was a post on IG. And for the experiments, they tried cleaning off the seeds of every microbe they could, and it was very, very difficult. They couldn't, even with bleach or whatever. It was very hard to get all the microbes off of a seed to do an experiment where one had the microbes and one didn't. So people that think they have a sterile garden really don't, but it's definitely hindering microbe growth, but it's just not 100% sterile.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. Whatever. I'm babbling. Sorry.
No, that's good stuff. Hey, I've already had my seeds go for like 30, 40 hours or something because I was busy or whatever, man. Or just, got caught up and I'm thinking, damn, they've been underwater like 36 hours and they tapped. But I've had some that I think I felt that I may have drowned them too, especially if the water got a little warm. I feel like there wasn't enough dissolved oxygen or it just got kind of nasty on me. And, but I've definitely have seen that. And that's why I'm kind of monitoring my RH there because I don't have wind flow. At this age of growth on my plants, they should have wind flow a little bit, start building that up. We all know that, but man, I got to get my, I got to get in there and work and get the shit right.
Hey, do you think adding hydrogen peroxide to your seed soak would maybe help keep the seed from drowning if it sinks?
Well, that's what I was saying. A lot of people do that, Rowdy.
Yeah.
But if you put too much, as soon as it cracks open, it'll fry your roots, man. Or it's just not good. Too much H2O2 is a bad thing.
I'm just talking like 4 or 5 drops in a shot glass.
Yeah, I think, well.
Smart. When we were talking about this with someone in the chat said they use 50-50, 50% water and 50% hydrogen peroxide without damage. But the hydrogen peroxide, like at the dollar store, it's usually 3%.
Yeah.
So 3%. When you dilute it half and half, it's not crazy. Yeah. So I don't know, but like if you
I'm talking using 3% at like 4 drops.
Couple drops. Yeah, I'm sure it ain't gonna hurt.
In a shot glass. That's like way different than 50-50.
I use 29%.
You
have that powerful.
So you have to know that stuff.
You have to be careful with yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful for
sure. Your hands white and shit, man. But it will sterilize the right amount of that stuff. Your plants love it, man. Like in our system, we don't have any microbes really. We don't cultivate any of that. We pretty much run straight. So they end up they love that. And that's the thing. That's a perfect example of we often say about overwatering. My plants almost never droop. If they droop, something's wrong because they always have adequate oxygen. Even when I'm watering them and it's running out the bottom, man, and it's totally at field capacity, they're praying to the stars, man, because they don't lose. That's what's happening when people overwater. They're just lack of oxygen. Because if overwatering was a thing, you would never be able to do DWC or grow in the fashion that we do, And so that's why I was thinking about Rowdy. With that being so wet, it just looks hot. Those plants look like they're suffering a little bit of root stress from hypoxia. I'm not saying when you say dry back, you have to be careful in cocoa. Dry back means go from not sopping wet to just where, a runoff comes fairly quickly. So there's a little bit of a difference there. They're like sitting in water, which is sometimes, I don't know, that's pretty recent.
More about hydrogen peroxide. That's
Hey,
pH,
they
right?
were light. I picked them up and they were feather light because I only watered them 30 milliliters yesterday. So you just caught me at a time when
I got
I
you.
was letting them get watered.
Scrub's got a house full over here happening too. Hey, Rowdy, I wasn't trying to burn you there. I was just thinking that was my first instinct on them. And they did look like they was a little bit unhappy there, that one anyhow. I don't know. Hope it comes around. I cracked the Soulfire Genetics not long ago, a regular seed. It did the same thing. Came up with a bunch of other ones that did good and was just totally gnarled up. I don't know. What
I
are those?
noticed the tips are on my one plant, and I think I might have fed it too much EC. So maybe that's
Show us the tag, Scrubs. What do you got?
That's some of my testers, the parlay.
Awesome.
I think Marcus Greenthumb said he's got some. One of them's running. But no, I wanted to hop in. Art man, I got a project going.
Yeah, what you got?
So these I cut. All of them have been soaked with this. I dissolve some of it in a bottle, and then I soak all my pellets. But these I'm putting under this, just one of the regular seed lights.
Right.
And I got clones really quick, or roots really quick last time I soaked these, and I put the clones, I cut them off of this one, and I put them back under the same light.
Huh. Well, the lid is gonna diffuse the light a little bit too. So yeah,
Yeah.
you did 5 days on those clones. That's right. I said 4
Yeah.
before. I want to correct that.
But if I remembered right, it had something to do with putting them back over here.
Hey, whatever works. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, since Tal's on here, have you grown any of the OG Kush blueberry cross?
No,
You
I
still in
haven't,
there?
and I'm a little nervous because how are they doing?
That's
That's what we're looking at?
I think they're in week. Yeah, it took. I got a little 5, and it's really starting to come out now. But yeah, they're doing great.
There's no hermaphrodite, you see, right?
Nope, nothing's. Everything's running good, man.
All right, well, keep an eye. I'm nervous about that one. Yeah, but yeah, you know what? I lost that blueberry male. So now, like, yeah, whatever. It's all good. I bet you it's gonna be killer though.
Yeah, it's the blueberries really coming out, but the time wreck, that one was really good.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and stuck Violet Beauregard in here.
Damn. Giddy up, dude. That's a nice little chunker of a play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna make a temple ball out of.
Oh yeah. I like
Got
you
my
have
attention.
And that's
And what's that one there? The big one. Is that one of your parlays?
no, that's the silver pearl. That's the pollen donor for the parlay.
Oh, okay.
What's in a parlay? That's
That's
what I
a
was gonna
beast.
ask you.
Silver
It's
haze.
the silver pearl crossed a black sugar. It's two strains that two local heads bred. They bred this one like 30 years ago, and they never let anybody have it. And when they passed away, their sons didn't grow, so they gave it out to a handful of people, and I happened to get my hands on it.
Right on. And I could see you're taking very good care of it and keeping it around. And
These are all cuts from.
yeah.
Wow.
And
Looking good, man.
It's
You're
got
busy.
a signature purple stem. From the time I got one that I sprouted.
Does that bug you at first? Oh, check that 10 out, babe. Look at
Oh
that.
man, I really like that.
Hey, what kind of 10 is that?
Mars Hydro.
Oh man, I really like that a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm on that like flies on shit, brother.
Oh,
That's
I'm
nice.
getting one.
that's really cool.
What size is that over there? on the other side?
Like 30, it's almost 3 by 3 in here, and then this one's like 12 by, I think it's 3.
Okay, I like it a lot.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I got
Oh no,
excited.
it's good. You're good, man. Yeah, it comes
You
in
got
handy.
to. You got to. Got to know.
Yeah.
And then this one, these are all three supposed to be the same thing, but you can clearly see they're not.
Yeah.
Those are
A little
beautiful.
frosty.
They are really frosty.
Kind of looks like it should have a
Yeah,
plat-
dude, that looks great.
Yeah.
It looks platinum-ish.
Horseshit.
And that's
Someday.
yeah, that's all I got. I was cutting some clones and
That's all you got. You got a lot going on, Scrub.
I go overboard, man.
That's
I go.
all. Yeah. Yeah.
It's I 100% agree with whoever came, done the saying, smoking weed is not addictive, but growing it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
It's-
Scrub, whatever happened to those pollinated clones that you did?
They're
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Did you pull out any seed?
Let's see. Here's one of them.
I'm coming. Hold on.
No, you're good.
It kills the screen when you turn your camera off. Okay,
All right.
You can
So you
see.
it's coming back.
Yeah, you can see where it was a bud, and there's one little seed in there.
Hmm.
And this one's the pearl. You can see where it was just one little bud, and then it came out.
Do you think the seeds are growing?
I don't know. Honestly, my curiosity, I can't even remember where it came from. It said nature finds a way. And
Right.
So that's why I pollinated it. The theory is you have to have pollen to go to the pistil.
Right.
But I was curious, if you pollinate this and then re-veg it and reflower it, will it automatically tell the plant to produce seed?
No, it needs pollen. The white hairs have to get
It
hit by
does.
pollen. Yeah.
Oh, simple.
But if you hit them with pollen before you took the clones, there should be seeds forming in there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely seeds forming in there.
There you go. Cool. Yeah, that's Jurassic Park. Nature finds a way.
Oh,
They're
that's what it
all
was. Yeah.
female population, yet they're giving birth. So that's why fem seeds got me a little twisted a little.
Yeah, there you see them.
Very cool.
All different
Yeah, it's
sizes.
really cool.
I know.
All the cool shit that we get to see. Hey, last week you were showing us some outside stuff ready to rock. and
Oh
roll.
yeah, I forgot about that. Hold on.
Yeah,
You gotta make him turn his camera back on, walk back outside. Come on, Scrubs.
Scrub.
How
He
you-
forgets all the shit he's got going on.
You know we got
Yeah, three.
I told you I go overboard. There's Spartan
yeah.
Snow Devil's really taking off.
Oh yeah, is that the
Looks
20?
nice.
You know, cut the heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spartan cut. Oh, I've
And then I got Amy in a bag,
Amy. Yeah, right on.
but I made my cages.
What's that one?
Velvet Punch. That's Jack's Velvet
Oh,
Punch.
That's the growing with my fellow growers row right there. Them two.
That's awesome, Scrubs.
Amy's in a cage.
There you go. That's a real cage. You're not gonna let it.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Great
gonna see how.
preparation.
That's a double cage.
Just let my people
we're-
free.
Sadistic dude, man. You got a double-
Nobody getting in there.
That's the go-go cage. She's dancing naked in there.
Oh my.
Yeah.
We got Sticky Dickies and Amy Aces in a cage. What's going on?
There's
I feel the band coming. Project V.
Oh,
Hell
Yeah.
dude, oh, those are gonna all be awesome plant Scrubs. That's awesome.
yeah, this
Looking
one
good.
I'm hoping she gets big.
The old water,
Oh, yeah.
the water tank cage.
That
That's a
she,
great idea.
well, she got really big for us.
Well, is that just as much for support as it is to keep the critters out?
Yeah, pretty much. Because this one down here,
That's
I actually
deep
just
water.
covered it up. I think a rabbit got in here and dug a hole.
Okay. That one's close to the house. I can't wait to see how you pull them out, man. That's going to be a fun challenge.
I got other. The little girl's got strawberries growing.
Strawberries. They're coming
That's
on.
awesome.
They already got flowers.
Oh yeah.
Those will be ready early.
Awesome, Scrubs. Thanks for showing us, dude.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I can get an 8 or 10 foot tall Amy this year.
Oh my goodness.
Hell
I hope
yeah.
so too. I hope you can get her 8 to 10 foot tall. That would be awesome.
All right. Well, I think we're a good part in the show. There's 50 people in the chat. And I'd like to say thanks to all 50 people for showing up today and for everybody that's come up on the panel here. It's the top of the hour, halfway through the show. I seen he's going to do some little presentation for us here. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to have questions. I'm sure the chat will have questions. And I just wanted to say thanks again. I seen maybe we can look at your plants that are still going too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
I'll have to change the title to I seen mixes.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Mm.
This is awesome.
Right.
Because we've been building up to this for weeks now, man. I've been
Damn,
watching-
look at that color, dude.
Yeah,
I know.
it looks like Thunder Dan's banana daddy or something. They got top to bottom, man. Look at that.
Those beautiful colors.
See, show us the plants so that we want to see how you do it. That makes me want to see what you're doing over there. I see beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
This raspberry soul from Trichome Jungles. That's a raspberry soul as well. This is obviously the green pheno. This one's true to the name. This is it's not the chunkiest of buds, but what it has got is that is loaded. Let me try and zoom in. I'm having a hard job doing that.
She looks finer than a new set of snow tires.
Oh,
Yeah, man, that
Oh,
is
yeah.
crusty,
I can
beautiful,
see it.
dude. Everything I've heard, seen people grow of Trichome Jungles, they love it. So
Oh
I-
yeah.
yeah, I haven't grown out anything from them yet, but like everyone, all those GMO over in the UK, them guys do a lot of that, and yeah, everyone looks great, man. He's definitely doing it right. I'll throw that out there.
Well, that makes
Oh,
me want
yeah.
to really try that out. Look how close that is.
I know. That's
That's a
beautiful.
damn good camera you got, man.
Oh yeah.
That's what you get when
You
buy
only need your camera to check the trichome.
Yeah, you don't need no microscope. I got 20/20 vision. She's looking hurt near ready, if you ask me.
I feel like Homer Simpson drooling over here.
I know, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's what you get when you buy Chinese cheap stuff, you know. Sometimes it's just good.
Now, how long have those been in flower for now?
I'd say they're the same as what you as yours. So they're probably getting 9 to 10 weeks, round
Okay.
about. Or I've just I'm going to leave these ones until they totally senesce off. That's the goal for this one. This one's now starting to fade out. It's got a little because I harvested the big plants. I was able to bring the light down, and it reacted and lined that a bit. But I don't mind because it's I want this to finish off, and it's starting to get a little bit of colour in there. But I'd say this is pretty much done. This one, they are ready. They are. In all fairness, they are ready to be harvested.
Right. You say you harvested the bigger plant in there. Your accent sometimes I miss a little bit. I apologize. But you said there was a bigger plant in there and you harvested, correct? And then you lowered the light a little bit and your plants showed a negative reaction to that. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say it's really negative. It's because of it's coming to the end of the plant's life, so it's not really taking on the nutrients.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
it's been water only, so it's not got the magnesium it needs to. It's saying it wants to finish. So, but I just I suppose that the light intensity just helped the leaves fade off a little bit quicker because it wants to consume, because of increased the light. Obviously, it wants to consume more nutrients.
Right. I think older leaves don't process light as efficiently as, you know, newer leaves. So they're like you're saying, it's getting old and tired pretty much, huh?
Yeah.
Ready to give up and lay down for you, man. That's cool. I can't wait to get a smoke review on all these strains because we've been watching this for a while now. Those plants. Remember those two big colas that were sticking up there? I seen you trimming those up on the Eagle Garden show. There they are. That looks like some proper nuggets right there.
Well, this is my small nug jar.
Oh, that's nice. Are those your giveaways, man? Pass them on out here. Let's let me hold something I seen. Yeah, those are good,
that's
man.
beautiful.
This is like a typical lower.
Yeah.
Really. You know, they're still quite.
That's a fat joint, man. That just looks like it'd be a joint, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice bowl.
Oh yeah. Get down.
Right. Should we get on with this building?
Yeah. Take your time, man. Hey, I'm gonna roll up a joint. I'm excited here. My wife's been talking about. She's like, I can't wait to see Iceni get into the purple worm jar. Worm over there. Yes.
Start taking stuff out of the bin.
That's what she was wondering.
I'm just curious.
Let me see if I can set this up.
Those are my future goals, are to have like a warm castle in my basement.
Right.
Right.
Like a feed and have little pets, worms.
I often thought that you'll get this, Tal. I often thought that I was going to keep worms and my compost together, but I found out I really can't do that because they'll burn up. I learned that a long time ago, but I'm thinking, damn, now I got to get two separate places, you know?
Yeah, I learned that a little bit of the hard way. I filled up my earthworm bin with a lot of green, leaves, and yeah, it got hot, dude. So luckily I have a big one and I put most of the stuff on one side. So the worms had a place to escape to, but now I have a pre-tub where I put in, stuff that'll decompose before I throw it into the worm bin. But there's other things you could do too. You could put the fresh leaves in a blender and refrigerate it a little bit and just add a little bit, so that it doesn't do that. It's really, you got to add it a lot, dude. It got hot. I mean, I stuck my arm in there. It was like a hot shower hot. Yeah.
Wow.
Start baking some microbes in there and shit, man. What are those? Wollaston night.
This is pumice.
Okay.
Lava rock. So basically, in the bottom of my pots, I've got this in the bottom. Some of it's in some of them it's the red lava rock stuff. That's a way more heavier than this. This is easier, slightly easier to work with. But that was a complete layer. And I found it didn't wick the best sometimes. And I water from the corners. If you can, let me get the camera. Right. So I like to bottom feed a lot of the time. I'll just fill up that bottom corner, and sometimes I lift the pot up so the water wicks right underneath.
Right.
So the idea,
bottom, like,
so the idea is now I'm going to create a pattern in the bottom there, so it's got soil with channels of this going from each corner to each corner. So when I fill the water in, it just rushes through this, and it also acts as it filters it as well. They use this in koi fish ponds as filter.
Hey, I wanted to make something. I wanted to point something out that if anybody's listening or just tuning in or whatever, that You're only putting water in there. You never put nutrients in there, correct? You never put any fertilizer, do you?
Yeah, I amend up when I put a pot in. I'll explain that when we get there.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm jumping way ahead.
When I bring a plant in here and I put up, I'll throw some. I want it to recognise it's going into flower. So I'm using a little bit of bloom, dry amendments that are going to give it a kickstart and see it through. I'm not totally confident of not amending. I probably could get away with not amending, but I've been amending and it's working fine. So I'm not going to change it. That's
a good answer.
Yeah.
These are the things that I wonder when I see this going down, and that's cool. So you're adding a little extra, like
he's adding pumice rock in there right now to the bottom,
yeah,
right?
to the pump, directly to the bottom. He was saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it a little bit slowly because it's quite dusty. I should actually. Yeah.
I always got a spray bottle. Yep, there you go, boss. That's the maneuver.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
I spray my whole freaking area, like when I'm opening up stuff and stuff like that. If there's anything flying in the air, like I went down the whole fucking.
Oftentimes I hold my breath,
Yeah.
tie it up, and take off running, man. And I don't make it. I'm stupid. I start going, breathing real hard.
I hate when you see the stuff flying in the air. It's going to go right into your lungs if you breathe.
It's down beside my furnace.
Yeah, I've turned all the fans off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I run and get the sprayer, and that's what I do when anything's disturbed. I'll just spray the air above it so that hopefully it all catches and drops down.
Hey, during this presentation, we had two people come so far. I'd be Philly Boy and XYZ Vector. I wanted to welcome to the show and just let them know if you have a question for Arsini or anybody else, let her rip. I'm sure he's happy to answer.
Cheers, everybody.
Hey guys, how's it going?
cheers.
Hope all's well.
Now I noticed that those are some big pumice rocks. I like the ones that I've gotten. I would never be able. I don't even think I saw those anywhere that I could buy them.
Yeah, it was. I wanted the large ones because the plan was to cover the whole entire top of my pots with the white pumice to add a bit more reflectability. So I would, I'm trying to use everything with the light.
Yeah.
So they probably sell that in horticultural grades, kind of like they do perlite. They have like cool.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. But it's more like I've seen it in 1/4 and 3/8 size. That looks like inch by inch or 2-inch.
Yeah, it was a little bit hard for me to get hold of. The garden shops and whatnot, they don't really sell it. I actually got it from a fish supply place.
Ah, okay.
So maybe a landscaping company would be able to supply something like that.
Well, that's what he said.
I wonder if it's the same pumice. Sorry, Smart.
No, he said earlier that he used that red pumice. Remember, he said that earlier, Kyle? And I know that shit is a lot heavier. And the first thing I thought of was people put that around their gardens and shit, that real heavy red stuff. And I really can see that how the difference in weight would be a big plus. But I'm with you, Kyle. I understand.
Because that pumice rock is great for aeration and immediate too. That's why I got it, and that's why I hate even like I'm reusing my soil, and I hate like stopping to reuse it and dump it in the vegetable garden because of that pumice. The shit's golden and it'll never disappear. It's good forever.
That's what I was going to say. It's also, once you buy it once, man, that's something you're pretty much going to reuse over and over.
Right.
You're cultivating microbes and shit. Isn't that like a good place for them to go? And
I was just, doesn't pumice hold some of the microbial life and stuff in it?
I bet you they would.
They build homes. I've actually got a video on my IG of springtails crawling in and out of the holes of the lava rock. They'll go in one hole and come out of another hole.
That's cool. That's cool, man. So they're saying that it does float, huh, Art Man? Pumice rock floats.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never-
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never-
Yeah, pumice will
I've-
float.
Okay. Even them
I
big
use a
chunks
gr-
like that?
I would think so. Yeah, it's got a lot
It's
of air,
not like
you know.
it's not like perlite though.
Yeah.
You know, that's why. Yeah. So my dilemma was I keep doing my clones. I was doing clones in solo cups with Pro Mix, and Pro Mix has the regular perlite in it. And I don't know, that shit turns into, like they say, it turns into powder, or like cement, which I don't want to keep adding to my reused soil. So that's why I got the rock wool cubes getting going for my clones right now, anyway. But I hate to keep putting I seen you up. Let's see what you got going on. I seen you just fill up the bottom with the pumice rock.
Sorry, repeat that again, mate.
I do what you say. Show us what you got going. Is the pumice on the bottom?
Yeah, I'm now going to show you. I've overdone it a little bit. I'll put a little bit. I
I'm speaking. I'm ripped, man.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome.
No, that looks about right. Spread it out a little, yeah.
Right, basically, the soil's going to touch down here. It's going to be out of wick. So I've got that in the middle where there's no.
I see.
Where
I
all
see.
all the water is going to flow through all the pumice from corner to corner.
And get across the whole pot. That's genius.
Remember, he said
Critical
earlier,
thinking.
Very smart.
he said, I'm going to make channels in there. So
Yeah.
that's what he meant
And that's
about
how he does it.
the corner. Okay.
But it's probably, like to take some of this out, maybe not so deep, but
Right. Not so high in the middle.
yeah, I can't be
Bothered right now.
Jaw
I'll have a look
open.
at
The jar of buds is open.
Oh,
Unless he's maybe burnt.
it. All right, and because I'm going to use a mixture of reclaimed soil and new soil, and it's just cheap soil that you can find in Lowe's, home, or whatever you call it, Home Depot. It's one of these compost-free bio. This has got.
That actually looks like good stuff to me. Maybe it's just good bag.
Yeah, when you look at it, you might think differently.
Okay.
But I've already used it on this this tall plant here. This was a combination of this and another reclaimed soil. So I know it works. It's got sand, silt, and clay, which is long lasting. I'm going to amend it up with some extra long lasting stuff with like rock dust. I'll go through all that as I throw shit in here. Sorry about the language.
Just so people out there who might not be following along, there's no fertilizer or like slow release fertilizer or anything crazy in that. It's just a plain Jane garden soil type of deal that you can get. You want to make sure it doesn't have any slow release fertilizers or nothing like that.
Yeah, this is what you can expect from the industry now. Is peat free. They seem to be regulating the peat. So this is one of those naturally peat free soils or composts. Yeah,
peat's like a non-renewable resource. Right? Am I right there? It's like it's got a finite supply, so we're kind of mining it at an incredible rate. And I think it kind of fucks the environment up a little bit too, mining a lot of peat like that. So I mean, I don't know, if we can get away from it, that's good. I think that's why they got away from the bat guano, because they had poor little kids in there digging out bat guano in some third world country, and people quit supporting it for that. Plus, it's not very healthy.
Well, you breathe it, you get a disease too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Nobody.
Yeah, it's real bad.
All right.
That's a nice looking soil. It's got some. Is it mulchy?
Yeah, it's really fibrous. Almost. It's been in my cupboard for quite a while now.
Okay.
So it's probably I can feel it. It's got a little bit of warmth in here still. But yeah, I've got a couple. It's been next to sort of like hot pipes or where my central heating.
Right on.
But it's
It
got a
looks
nice. It has actually. It does smell like the forest. I'll give it that. Right. So that was that. That was just a whole bag of soil brought from the store. I can see I'll come up a fair difference in the pot. Now this is all my reclaimed stuff, and that comes from like this was a male, turned out to be a male. You know, 1 week into flower, the soil's still pretty good in this pot. I'm just gonna cut the top off here, and I'm just gonna bash that down, and that's what all this is in this big tray here. It's just a collection of things like that.
Okay.
So I'm now gonna mix that into here. Then I'm going to add a little bit more soil. I might even actually right here now. I'm just going to throw some stuff on here, and I'll just go through what I'm going to throw down. In here, I've got a mixture of insect frat. No, not in here. In here, I've got a mixture of insect frass.
Okay.
Just a black soldier fly. I can't remember what the other one is. The grubs. It comes from the mealworms. That's the one. So I'm not going to put a lot of this in. Just the catful. I'm just going to sprinkle that in. It's just putting bacteria in there.
Okay, I gotcha. Oh, that's pretty cool. So how long you been working on this recipe for? I know a lot of people really, they enjoy it.
Not a recipe. It's not a recipe. I'm just throwing stuff together that I've got available. And it's all good for the plants.
Mhm.
And it's good for the worms and the microbes. That's what I'm really concentrating on now, is building that. In the soils there, it's got everything in it pretty much.
Right.
I'll just get the stuff in there to harvest what I want out of it. So I'm feeding that, putting the carbohydrates, the bacteria, all these little microorganisms that bring it all together and make it work. In here, I just stuck some malted barley in the magic bullet. I'm just going to get that bit of a sprinkle in there.
The magic bullet.
I like the
huh?
magic bullet.
Bring it. We got a magic bullet, man. It's pretty badass.
So this is more food for the microbes, not nutrients.
Right on. You're feeding the microbes and the worms, not your plants directly. So,
But in doing so, the plant gets what it needs because the soil has everything that the plant needs.
right. Somehow the microbe guts and the worm guts take care of like chelation for us, or chelation. I guess. There's your rock dust. Okay.
Yeah, the bay salt. This stuff will keep you from having to buy silica and the thing and the like in your micro your what do you call it? Your little micro elements, the things you don't have a lot of, or are obscure, left out your bottles and things like that. That's all in the rock dust, and this is going to take years and years and years to deplete. So, this is long term. You're not going to get no immediate effects of it, and it's just goodness, really. But this is from Cornwall, and it's the highest content available of silica. So
That's pretty awesome. How you mix it all of that.
and because I've hit that into a new bag of soil, I know it's loaded with nutrients. After about a year or two, I'm going to re-amend it with something like this. It's a neem, kelp, frass, fish, krill, gypsum, and bay salt. This is the standard no-till amendment thing. When you first see your deficiency start coming in, just top dress with this stuff, you'll be good.
Hey, here's a little tidbit for you guys while he's doing that. Is I was watching a show the other day about farming, and they showed a real quickly, it was regular farmers that tilled their ground and grew regular. And then there was a girl down the road that was running no-till for like the last 8 years. She had twice the thickness of topsoil than the farms all around her, and she's growing no-till on a massive scale. I thought it was pretty cool. What do we got there, man?
Bone meal. Just long term, you know, and this is all flowering. The plants only do flowering in here. It's just a long term flowering thing.
Fish bone meal?
No, I couldn't honestly tell you. It smells pretty nice.
Okay. I'm always curious where bones come from. I wonder if that's beef bones or fish bones.
Probably.
Good deal. Like you said.
Human.
Oh, man. Hey, I don't know if you guys heard this. I think it might have been the Dr. Coco show. We were talking about this, but I had a friend of mine. He got a big job with a construction company as a safety guy. They sent him to Guam. And when they sent him to Guam, his wife was eating the vegetables there and got a brain lesion because she ate vegetables that were grown using human feces.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is crazy. When I heard it, I was like, oh my
She was in a
God.
hospital for a long time, man. Had to be shipped back here, go to a hospital here because it was unprocessed human fertilizer.
This is
Is
like
that-
this is like a lime. It's like a small gritty lime. Basically, it keeps your pH from spiking down, and it keeps the worms happy. This is, you know, good for the worms. Just for a handful in there.
I have a question. Like, at what pH do the worms like the best? Do they have like a where they thrive?
Do they like acidity or alkalinity or?
No, they like it neutral.
Neutral. Okay.
Yeah, the closer you can get to 7, that they're happy. They don't like it acidic. As soon as it starts getting the pH, you know, they'll start leaving. Yeah, I've learned that.
That's good to know.
It was one of the first lessons I learned with the worms. Is I put too many coffee grounds in, and the coffee grounds were really acidic, and the worms didn't like it too much.
So easy with the coffee grounds, huh? Probably. I put a couple. Who was it? Spartan ground. I was putting a bunch of orange peels on my thing, and he was like, "You got to, for the size of your little compost pile, you can't put a whole lot of orange peels on there. It'll change the."
Yeah. The worms don't like it. Yep.
I stopped, man. I stopped.
No, the worms hang out in the ground. So like the plant, close to what the plant likes, they like too, pretty much.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by building our own soil and no-till and all that. I think it's
whatever we did and what we put in when we were digging all that stuff up to move it to our new garden bed, it was full of worms.
Oh, we did
There
great.
you go.
I was super proud
I was
of
so
us.
happy.
I was so proud. I was like, I kept cutting them in half. We talked about that. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that kills them.
I thought long time ago, I pick crawlers for fishing around here. If I have extra, I just throw them right in the compost pile.
There you go. If the worms are happy, the dirt is happy for your plants.
no, there's no worms in that bin, right? I see you. Hey, Philly boy, I see your plants up there. If you can hang out for a little bit, man, we'll get to you before the end of the show if you have some time, buddy.
There is a few worms in here. What I'm now putting in there, this reclaimed stuff, because it's been in soil. It's had all the worms and everything in it. I try to pull them out when I break the root balls up. I try to pull them out and throw them back in my pots. Yeah, but you know, like cocoons and everything are hatched, so there might be a few in here. But this has been sat here for a good while, and I'm now just going to dump all things like, this is an old root ball, worm food.
That's worm food. Oh, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I like how you dropped that. It was like he was dropping the mic. He was like worm food. Boom. Boom.
Well,
It's like Emerald putting a pinch on, you know?
Yeah, oh,
Boom.
yeah.
Let's spice it up a notch. I like that, Icini. Hey, I see way in the background, it looks like a tile sticker. You see that American one sticker, that globe, little green looking globe there?
on the door there, yeah.
I see it.
Oh, yeah.
I see all kind of stickers. I'm trying to focus in. I can't see any other ones.
Nice.
I can't see them.
They're everywhere.
Do you know what I just see in here as well, Tao? I see some crystals.
Some crystals.
Yeah.
So what's up with that? Explain.
You gotta have some crystals in your soil.
Okay.
Yeah.
When are we
You put
putting?
crystals in your soil. What does that do?
It's the poor man's electroculture.
It's magic. Crispy, it's voodoo magic. It just makes them happier.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I
so-
like that.
Because I actually found a commercial company that's selling crystals for your plants.
Yeah, I wanna get some crystals for my plants. I like that. Whether it's voodoo or not, I think it's cool. And Smart can laugh.
Yeah,
at it.
The way I look at it, it can't hurt. So
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
we got things like that.
Yep.
That's the whole break.
Worm food.
Yeah, worm food.
Worm
food.
food.
You know what I want to do is get a mulcher or a chipper shredder, man. I think if I had a chipper shredder, it would do wonders for my compost pile because I'd have plenty of nitrogen. To put like a 30-to-1 ratio in my compost pile of nitrogen to carbon, I need a chipper shredder.
Then I need to maybe start monitoring my freedom of speech here around this house before I end up in that wood chipper wood shredder.
Oh no.
Damn, she already sold me out. You see that? Hey, I wanted to say
Did you
hello
guys see Fargo?
I'm just joking. Smart couldn't hurt a fly. He didn't like chopping those worms in half.
the Buddhist in me was like, damn, hey, CT just joined us. I wanted to make sure he realized we say hello.
We are
What's up,
making
guys?
massive
What's up, guys?
soil here on the Smart Poker YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're making, I seen he's making soy. Philly boy here's got some, as soon as we get a break in the action, we're going to slide up there and check out his garden. It looks like he's right on target. It looks like to be maybe harvesting soon. I know I seen these plants here ready to come down.
Oh, it's magic.
Right there.
You know.
No, you got a whole fire going on. Yeah. It's coffee time. Roll a joint. We still got a half hour left. All right, there goes another stump. Now, is there worms down in those little bins or no?
In this one, I don't think there is. It's a bit dry. So if there was, they've long left it. All their twigs now. So I'll just cut the top off it and I'll smash that down.
Okay, Rusty Nail says they make an electric one on the cheap for small limbs. I'm gonna check that out. That's all I need is something small just to chop it because they'll compost faster and it'll be a little bit easier. And
Right. That is essentially where I'm going to leave this because the plan is over the next, well, not how I'm going to leave it, but how high I want to build it up. And I'll explain.
okay,
So I've got a probably about a pot's worth of height there. I should have left it. Actually, I'm going to put a blank pot in the center here, just so it's easier for me to come and pot up and when I come back to it.
right.
Now, did you mix it all together before you dropped in the root balls?
Yeah, I'll just sort of like blended that in as it went in town. I just
Okay.
threw it all in there, and you know.
But it's not just layers. Like you mixed it in a little. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's all just sort of. Yeah, I blended it in as it went in.
Good, good.
Yeah, that horizon shit don't work, mate. Don't believe that. You need to. I don't do no horizon all fucking layers.
I must concur. I agree.
Maybe if you fucking had fucking 30 foot underneath you, you could achieve some horizontal layers and make it work. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put a blank pot in here. I'm gonna grab a bag of Pro Mix over there. It's not got nothing in it. So when I now throw down all my cover crop seeds, it's not going to be too hot for them. So pat that down a bit. Let's see. You know what it's about. I'm just going to throw a can of Pro Mix on the top. Just enough to give the cover crop enough room to start, get tap root in, or get the root started. We've got micro clover. And this is all now going to send. Oh, sorry. Before I finish, actually, one last mistake. I made a mistake. I normally take some of the soil off my old pot or off the established pots. I'm just going to grab some of the leaf mulch that's got all the beneficial microorganisms, the predators and everything like that. And I'm just going to quickly work that into the top here.
Cool.
I like one thing I like this is like a continual living soil throughout the grow, you know,
Yeah.
constantly adding shit. The
You're-
worms are constantly eating.
You're just watering,
and
which, you know, I'm
until a little bit, he said he puts a
Yeah.
little sauce on, but
That's what I do when I start a new worm bin or a new section of worm bin. As I'm putting in fresh stuff, I'll take some old, or I'll take some earthworm castings from the that are either done or just out of the old one, and put some in there in between to get it like inoculated with all the stuff that's in the old one, which is pretty much what I see he's doing. Taking the stuff that's established in the old one and putting it in the new one to get going quicker.
okay. Oh,
Plus, it saves you from going to the shop and buying some more predator mites and things like that. Plus, if there's, because I opened a couple of bags of shop soil, I don't know whether there's going to be springtails and things like that in there. So this is essentially, I'm not going to plant up into this until the cover crop's established, and I'll probably do a drop and drop as I pot up into it.
so how long do you think it'll be until those pots actually see a plant?
Couple of weeks.
Couple
Couple of weeks. Yeah, three.
All your mycology will be working by then. Everything will be getting happy and settling in.
Yeah.
Now, will you do any top watering on these, or will it all be bottom feed from day one till finish?
For this first fit or first watering in, I'll do both probably. I'll let it bottom up, I'll bottom as much as it'll take. And if it don't wig up properly, I'll probably just spray down the top with some surfactant, some like aloe. What do I use? The old
Yucca.
Yucca, yeah. Good deal.
I'll just hit it up with that and see if that improves it. Right, so all this leaf matter, barley straw, what I now took off the top to the other one is now sort of worked into the top, and they're going to become like the new mulch layer on this, and that's going to get built up because every time I harvest, you know, my goal is just to grow cover crop in here that's going to supply the nutrients when I chop and drop, enough to supply the cannabis
Gotcha.
with what it needs.
A self-sustaining cycle, you know?
Yeah, or even if I've got other pots like this, just growing pure cover crop that are got established nutrients in them, I'm just going to have like pots sat around the side, just growing crop that I chop and just replenish in here. So it's always, you know, I want to use plant if I can. You know, it's my goal is just to be able to throw some seeds down, chop them, and my plants are happy with what I've grown. You know, it's like one plant to grow another plant.
Now, I have another question for you here. So now you've built this 3 gallon or this with a 30-gallon pot, right? That's 30 gallons.
Yeah. So
you built that up. Now you'll run a plant, one plant through there.
Yeah, I might by the time I might even stick 4 in here.
Oh, okay. So it'll get at least. So my next question is going to be, when you harvest that next harvest, whether it be 1 plant or 4, what's the next round? You don't have to re-break this down again, right? You just kind of keep it going. It's now its own living thing, right? And you can continue to just grow in one after another.
I'll show you in a second where I've just potted up. I just now brought a couple of plants in here from the space that I just harvested from. So they went straight in the next day after. And I'll show you what I've done with it.
Okay. Hold on. We're getting deep today and all your tricks and there you go.
I'm going to continue just to throw down the cover crop seeds and just work them in.
So it's a 30-gallon container. What do you think? You got 20 gallons of soil, 25? What?
Yeah, probably about 20.
Okay.
Within a year, that'll have enough. Yeah, I've still got my work. I'm going to empty a tray of my worm bin on here as well. In a sec, I'll show you.
Okay.
Right in here, this is spring mix. It's from it's green manure.
I like the manure. You got the ma, and then you got the nor.
Oh,
the manure. I like it.
Hey, if Small Tubes is in the chat, he'll totally understand where you're coming from.
I don't think the word manure is
hairy vetch, mustard is a winter mix. Doesn't really matter to me because it's all just going to get chopped and dropped as soon as it sort of like grabs a couple of nodes or whatever.
Just to have variety, I guess.
It's the roots I want. I want the roots just to work its way through all that stuff I just put in there and just establish itself. And when you chop and drop it then breaks back down slowly. And we've got white clover. People say you shouldn't really use clover if you're scared of spider mites because they do like clover.
Is any of these considered like nitrogen fixers, or are they all considered that?
Yeah. Everything that's going in here is doing something beneficial. That's it. If you go to the green manure, they'll actually give you a description on what all the plants are going to be doing, whether they're beneficial, attractors, you know, you can get ones that will break down and fumigate the soil, like the mustard. I think it's a whole nother learning thing. Is what plants you can use to provide certain specific nutrients, or even attract other insects, or just to provide a home for insects like pollinators.
Right.
Grow some chili plants in your room.
Yep.
They're bangers.
I know you're right, because like some people, they'll worry. I've seen some people, they've had their cover crop kind of die off and start to get a little bit nasty, and I think they were worried about like that kind of mold and stuff under there. Unchopped, dust extracted. What is that? Straw or bedding or what? Barley straw. Okay.
So this is just going to get a light cover on the top here. Just makes it look pretty. Helps it keep the moisture in there. I like it when the cover crop tight, and so a lot of this cover crop that I've now planted isn't even going to make it above this layer of mulch I'm now putting on there. But it provides, it's all like microgreens and everything. The worms just love it.
It's good that
And
you
what I'm
understand the soil, and it's good that you understand your soil in the fashion that you do. You never have to rely on some company to make a bag for you to buy. And if they go belly up, or if you have problems, you understand it. It's not just blindly going in something. And I like that. That's one reason why I kind of like mixing all my nutrients. It's a little different, but I like the control that I have to be able to manage things. Oh, there you go. Wow.
Yeah, it just makes it look really pretty as well. It instantly tidies it up. And when I now do this the same, I'll put a layer across all of these, and that just, I don't know, it just brightens everything up, makes it look pretty and tidy. And it takes a long time to break down as well, that stuff does. And what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to grab one of the trays at the worm bin there, one of the lowest tray, and I'm just going to work it into this. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a scrunch. I'm just going to throw it on, give it a bit of a scrunch in. I'm just going to give it a little spray and bottom feed, and let it sit there for a couple of weeks. And that's a good one. But yeah, I'll go get the worm bin. Worm tray.
So the green manure was just cover crop seeds, right? If I'm not mistaken now. Yeah, okay.
If you just Google green manure, I think it'll be the first website that comes up.
Yeah, Billy Boy left. I think, am I muted? No. Billy Boy had to leave. I feel bad. He wanted to show us his garden there, and we kind of got stuck. I didn't realize he had to go. Yeah, man, hopefully you can stop back, Billy Boy, and another time. Man, I wish you'd have spoke up. I could hurry up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I felt bad. We could have hurry up and speed it over to you for a second.
Definitely come back. You can come back Wednesday or Sunday.
You know what?
Either time.
While he's moving this around, we got about 15 minutes here. Let's hurry up.
We'll check out some other gardens too.
Real quick, in case anybody wants to
see what's going down.
Why can't I get them to, what am I doing? You know what I mean? It won't let me spotlight him.
Love the action figure.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
XYZ. I don't know if that's a live view or a picture, but it won't let me spotlight you. I don't know if you want
it's just a picture. It's background picture. I try to share my camera, but I'm on my computer today, so it doesn't feel like sharing.
Okay, that's cool.
I just want to
but that picture that you have up there, that's your is that the SAFC grow you got going on?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys look like you're just a couple days ahead of me.
They're doing pretty good, man. As soon as they come up, I had them on the 400 micromoles and 400 EC. And they've been pretty happy so far. Fingers crossed we've gotten lucky and they seem to be on the right path.
Yeah, mine's a little hot, I think. I'm running about 800 right now. EC.
See, that'll be my max in flour. That's what I tell people. Oddly enough, we'll probably maybe see 1,000. I don't know. We might see 1,000 EC with the very max, but
Yeah.
it's really odd. We'll stay here for the next couple nodes.
So you'll stay about 400. Well, I might mix up a new batch today just because I just got my auto watering set up last night. I was up till 3 a.m.
We'll bump to 500.
Yeah, well, I
We'll
was
bump
just
to
gonna,
500 here on this next 2 ferts because I think we were at like
we
a
were
little
actually
over
at point-
400.
Yeah, we were at 0.48.
Well,
0.41, and then we went to. I think our next one's going to be 0.48, and then we
Okay,
have a
okay.
0.56,
Okay,
I think, lined up. So I already have them lined up. I'll just have to pH them over the next couple of days, and they're doing fine. These plants are getting 8-day-old seedling strength new, so it's all nasty. It's a little bit hot. I haven't mixed it like a 1-2, and I just take a little bit out, add it with fresh water, dump it across them twice a day. Boom. They seem to be doing just fine. I haven't had to spritz them with CalMag. Good buffer on the cocoa, good rinse down.
although there's a little ripple,
They'll be,
Yeah.
but they're gonna be fine.
yeah, there's a little ripple there on that one.
yeah, I went high on my CalMag just starting out. I had bad taste last time, so most of my EC is coming from my CalMag. It's like, and I just switched from ppm 500 to actual EC micro Siemens, so I'm still getting used to it.
I'm looking forward to a fun grow with all of us, man, because I
Yeah,
know they were saying earlier it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, those we all know sometimes the smaller ones can come and overtake the bigger ones later on, and we'll see. We're getting rid of 2 of those and keeping 2, so we'll have to make a wise decision. I see some activity going on here.
My Dickie's head fell off last night.
Oh man!
Literal.
Oh dude,
Yeah, it sucked.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Other ones? Do you have any other going?
I got one Dickie left, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But she's growing though. She's growing. A lot of peaches around, so she's definitely growing.
Well, I heard on last episode of Cheap Homegrown, Doctor's having an issue with his sticky.
Yeah, it never up, I don't think.
It never popped. 2 of mine didn't pop either. And then the 2 that did, yesterday I went to pick up the pea pellet and it was growing upside down in the dirt. So I tried to give it a little surgery and it popped its head off.
Oh, yeah. I had something like that happen to one of my starters on this grow. I had to try to flip it and it just didn't do anything.
Yeah, literally just fell apart. I was like, but whatever. Size matters, man.
Size matters for sure.
size matters.
That's what she said.
I hate to hear all the mishaps that are going on in some of the other gardens, man. I know
It's all experience, man. It's all about experience and fun. So
I've never. I can say that I don't want to say it. We've been there a million times, man. You know, and sometimes it doesn't hit you until the 2nd or 3rd week. You know, make a dumb mistake or something. And with those autos, it'll be detrimental. So I gotta keep my P's and Q's about me and my wits about me and make sure I get, because it's gonna be a busy week this week, man. A lot of work to do. So
yeah, no doubts that in H2O2 it will be all right. You know.
So you're mixing it up pretty good here now, Iceni. You put some worms in there.
Yeah, it's this was the bottom layer, so there's not too many worms in there because the worms always like to be in the top. So there's a few in there, and there'd probably be cocoons and everything else. But what this is a typical root balls. What you see me break up. Yep. I just throw them into the top of my worm bin. And because I'm not one of these, I don't want to produce, I'm not I don't want to produce casting regularly. This is sort of like once every 12 weeks is good enough for me. Or even 6 months. I don't have to necessarily, I might turn and burn and not even bother making the pot because I'm going to run out of space soon. So yeah, I'm going to have to think of something else. Oh, I'm always banging my head, on the light.
Yeah. Cool.
So basically, that's a root ball, and that was a male. I didn't want it. It just got smashed up and thrown in the top there. That'll take a good couple of months, that wool, to break down in there. And I'll probably throw barley in there every now and then, trying to give it some fungal dominance. But yeah, this is pretty much good to go. As you can see, the worm bin contents is added another inch to it.
Yeah.
And imagine if I now do this again. Yeah, it's
And
gonna
then you
come
said
up.
it'll be about a year until it's topped off.
Yeah, I reckon two. I reckon I'll probably get 2 years because these run, it takes a while for these to settle in. I find, and they get better with age.
Yeah, no doubt.
The first time I've done it, maybe as I make more, maybe I'll perfect it a little bit, and as they might take off as soon as I pot up in here. But I normally find some pots are progressing better than others, and they're the ones that start their life first.
Gotcha.
So,
the older the pot, the better it's doing then.
Yeah, because you essentially I'm just keeping it alive from this point. I'm just supplying their food for essentially that's what I've concentrated on. Not so much the things like the nutrients and stuff. I never use the grow. I'll put a bit of I've got this powdered bloom stuff.
Yeah.
Which I will add to I'll probably put a bit of Pro Mix around the fresh roots. With a spoonful, so it's a fraction, just enough to say, flour.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I'll probably add some what you call it? I use sprinkle the old roots when I pot up this TNC mycorrhiza inoculant that's got
right on.
Ecto, endo, trichoderma, bacillus. It's got everything. And then
it doesn't take much of that per every time you put it in there. It's just a little bit, right?
Yeah, you just dust the roots, because that's the key to a lot of this stuff is it's got to have root contact to work.
Right on. Well, I really appreciate you kept walking us through that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a lot of work you got done there, but it probably feels good to have another pot ready to rock and roll, get some age in it.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to show you. You asked the question, didn't you? I said I'll show you what I do.
Yeah, that's right. The up pot.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Right, here we go.
Okay.
Right. So this pot here had the strawberries in. The two big plants.
I remember.
They just got cut off. There's another stump on the other side of the pot. So just choose a location as long as it's sort of like 12 inches away from it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're good. And the same with this one. There was a plant in the centre there. Well, this is the one that was sat on the side here for ages. So this had all the long grass in it and everything. It was sort of, high. This has been in here a few days. It's not too happy because it's not under the light yet. So, yeah, I'm not too fussed anyway. I just want to make some space in my veg tent.
I got you.
Yeah.
Now I see you left the stump sticking out of the pot 4, 5, 6 inches. Why don't you cut it all the way down to the soil?
Because I like to have something to grab hold of. When they're dead and they're gone,
right?
Instead of having this vertical, I don't know. I like to just grab hold of it and pull it and snap it off when it gets weaker.
Yeah,
it's-
the microbes eat,
you know,
when you
just
eat
like-
the whole stem away, you can just spin it and pull it out like a pencil. Yeah.
Yeah, they just fall over pretty much at a certain point, and I just
Right,
lay it
right.
down.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
Just curious.
I might have cut that one off about that high. Doesn't really bother me. Sometimes I'll use them as support.
Okay.
If there's,
That
if
makes
there's,
sense. Uh-huh.
you know,
I'm nervous they'll start rotting from the tip down or something.
Ah, I didn't think of that.
But I guess if you got good soil and good environment, it won't do that.
no, it's, you know, this is ideal homes for things to live in. You know,
Right,
they've got
right.
come and lay all their eggs up in there. Yeah, I don't fuck with it too much. You know, my key thing is to do as less as possible. You know, that's the most work I ever really do. You know, I'm actually broken a sweat doing this. Whereas everything else from this point on, it's just cruising now, pretty much. I'll just inoculate it every now and then. You know, show a bit, just show the worms some love, put that down some avocados, and you know, just. But I'm not regimented or anything. I'm playing with it. That's what I'm having fun. Just, you know, I don't stress about anything. You know, I'm about to probably in that pot I just created. I'm going to put 4 Amy wine cheeses in there. I don't know what they are. They could be males, could herm out, could do anything. But you know, I don't care because you know I'm willing to sacrifice space and because it doesn't matter to me if it doesn't achieve what I don't want necessarily. You know, it'd be nice to get everything you want, but I'm not disappointed when I don't because it just benefits when it goes back into the soil. So I'm not really losing anything. I don't know. I just like
Right.
I like experimenting. I like playing. Just like I said, I tried a different layering the pumice in there a little bit different. You know, I'm willing to experiment and try anything really if I think there's some sort of merit in that. I might even this time round because I've noticed with my big plants I didn't have a net or anything this time. Don't really like the net, but this I might put this in all my pots. I might have these 4 posts and just string a bit of line between them.
Yeah.
Just to catch these fallers, you know.
It looks perfect. Yeah, that's all you need.
And I've got a movable. I can if I really want to, I can shuffle this around without it affecting anything else. Yeah, I'm constantly playing with stuff. You know, I want to. You know, I'm not too keen on all this garbage there, like you talk about, Tow. You know, I've got three fingers in there. I'd like to get that down to maybe 2, or even sort of like slightly touching. You know,
Yeah.
that's genetics. That's genetics.
Mhm.
You can't expect it from everything, I suppose.
Well, it's been a fun day in your garden, man. I want to say I hate to cut it off, but we're getting down to the last couple minutes here. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to say goodbye, and wanted to say thanks to the chat for everybody who joined in and interjected today and came along with us on our tours and our soil mixing venture here. I'd like to remind everybody to check out the links below for deals and discounts, and we'll go ahead and start getting everybody a chance to say goodbye. We can start with you, Iceni, while you're right there close to your camera if you'd like. Thanks again, buddy, for all the information and for sharing your plants and your gardening tips with us.
That's all right. Yeah, it's Iceni Special Branch on the Instagram, and that's where I like to be found. But the idea of it is, it doesn't matter what you've got, what's available to you, just make it work. Yeah, and that's the whole thing is you don't really necessarily have to go out and buy all this shit, whatever. You can just throw, stuff out the supermarket and, gone off food and just with some worms and you pretty much go on. Keep it simple.
self-sustaining is very appealing. I agree. And I really like what you're doing, and I like the knowledge that you spread around, buddy. Thanks again. Next up, we'll go with, hey, that's cool. One of the cool things about this show is we have soils, we have Artman over here with his, I guess, what is that considered? Flood and drain, Artman?
This setup, this in here would be ebb and flow. The other one is flood and drain. It's semantics.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's
one uses gravity, the other uses pumps.
Gotcha.
Same thing. But anyway, Artman 420 _ over at Instagram, and I hang out at Cocoa for Cannabis. Thanks for having me.
Right on, buddy. We appreciate you joining us. We'll slide next in line is Seed Person 1. I know you was worried you wasn't going to make it today. I'm glad that you did, buddy, and tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, I had to postpone my appointment with the patient until later. We're going to be making edibles in like an hour and a half, and I'm super ripped watching ICD. I'm just sitting here hitting the bong, and now I got to focus on this shit in a little bit. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, it was really awesome,
man. That knowledge is very powerful for somebody who needs it as medicine. So kudos to you, brother. I think it's an awesome thing you're doing.
I do too. It can be a total game changer. It was for us. Just to be able to make your own edibles. That's awesome that you're sharing that.
Yeah, and I'll be putting up some pictures. I got this stunted auto. It's about 4 inches tall. It's flowering. I'll put that up on my IG, and then the upside down clone lights come on in a couple hours. I'll put that on IG too. So if anybody's interested in seeing updates on that shit, it's seedperson1 on Instagram or seedperson1@gmail.com. Thanks for hosting, guys.
Thanks, buddy. Always enjoy to see you every week. And again, that's pretty cool. I'll be looking forward to them pictures. XYZ, you want to go next?
Sure. You can find me at Cocoa for Cannabis as XYZ Vector. I'm on there and off when I'm not too busy. Other than that, I just like to grow along with you guys and play with my equipment.
Right on. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy, and sharing. And we look forward to updates on your plants there for sure. Next up, the American one.
Smart, crispy. It's always good hanging out with you guys. Shout out to everyone who came up, showed their plants. Iceni, awesome little presentation on how you do what you do. And yeah, if anybody has any questions about Iceni, go check out his Instagram. You'll see it. Beautiful plants, always looking great. So you can take his advice. That's what I always say. The proof is in the pudding, and that's the bottom line, man. If the plants are happy and come out great, then that's what you want to kind of copy or whatever. Figure it out. But yeah, everybody goes their own way. So figure out your way and do it. So yeah, it was awesome. Thanks everyone. And yeah, I'm the American one. You guys mostly know where to find me. And if you hit amyaces.com, it'll take you to Dagger Gardens, and you go to the Breeders Collective. I think it's .com. I don't know. Yeah, breederscollective.com. And if for the UK and overseas, probably better go that route. And yeah, peace out, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. That's awesome. CT, you want to tell us where everybody can find you and final thoughts?
I just want to say thanks to you both for being a host. I'm sorry I was late. Again, I'm just happy I was able to make it. I slept in like a little baby.
It's nice to do it.
My wife's like, "You're missing that show you wanted." I was like, "Oh fuck." Yeah, I'll get up. But yeah, I'm on Instagram at Despicable Dabs. And I'll see you guys later at the Growers Chat if you guys are gonna be there.
Awesome.
Right on. We'll see you there, buddy.
I wanted to remind everybody to go over to Cocoa for Cannabis and sign up for the Grower Love giveaway. You can win some really cool lights over there. Sign up for the Spring Autoflower Challenge while you're there and grow with us. You don't have to be growing autos. You can grow whatever. We're just going to be grown, grow together. And you can catch me later. I'll be hanging out and chat at the Cheap Home Grow Show. I'll be here with Smart Poker on the Smart Poker YouTube channel, so you can always find me here and over at Cocoa for Cannabis. Thank you to everyone that showed up and hung out with us. Yins all are amazing. And
Yes.
thank you, Smart.
And I want to say real quick, if anyone's still listening, if you're in the SAFC and you want to help with being a group challenge leader, we're still looking for somebody to help out behind the scenes. And we'd be happy to have you. If you're willing to donate some time, please contact me and we can make that happen. So we had some last minute, some last minute changes in the schedules and we kind of need an extra person. So if you want to join in and give a hand, let me know and we'll try to set it up for you. Again, use the links below if you want to get some homegrown cannabis seeds, the code SMOT, and all that's on Grow Sponsor down below. And cheers to the chat. Cheers to the guests. We'll see you next time. Grower love.
Grower love.
Grower love.